Hi, I'm Madison, Enablement Manager at Builder. Today, we're diving into user management, a critical aspect of collaborating effectively with your team and maintaining proper access controls as you build amazing digital experiences together. Whether you're just getting started with Builder or scaling your implementation across teams, understanding how to properly manage users, roles, and permissions is essential for maintaining security and workflow efficiency. Before we dive into adding users, let's revisit Builder's organizational structure. Builder uses a nested hierarchy, organizations, and spaces. Your organization is the top-level entity that contains all your users and spaces. Each space is a separate content repository with its own models, content, and settings. This structure allows you to separate different projects, brands, or websites while maintaining centralized user management. A key point to remember: users must be added at both the organization level and to specific spaces. If someone is a part of your organization, they won't automatically have access to all spaces within it. Another important note is that each user added to your organization counts towards your paid seats, regardless of how many spaces they have access to. With that context, let's walk through inviting a new user to your Builder organization. There's two main ways to add users, and you'll need to be an organization admin to complete these steps. First, navigate to your organization, either from the breadcrumb menu in the top left corner or from the left-hand menu. Then select Settings from the menu here. Click the Users tab, and then the Add New User button on the top right of the user list. A modal will appear where you enter the user's email address and select their organization role. You can add users directly to one or more spaces from this menu as well, but will likely need to adjust their per-space permissions later. For organization roles, you can choose between Admin, which can manage organization settings, billing, and add and remove users, and Standard, which is for regular users without organization management privileges. When you click Create, an invitation email will be sent to the new user. It looks like this. Alternatively, you can add users directly from a given space's settings. Adding users this way will let you directly choose their role in the space. If they are not a member of the organization yet, they will be added to your organization as well. Navigate to the space you want to add the user to. Go to the Settings from the side menu. Select the Users tab again. Click Add User at the top right. Enter their email and assign them a space role based on their responsibilities. Click Send Invite to complete the process. Just like from the organization view, users will receive an email that they have been added to a new space. Unless you have a lot of spaces, I generally recommend inviting your organization admins first from the org view, then adding all your other roles, developers, designers, and content editors, directly from the space. And speaking of roles, Builder offers different types of roles at both the organization and space levels. From the organization, as we just saw, roles are focused on administrative capabilities. Organization admins manage billing, user access, and organization-wide settings, while standard users don't have these administrative privileges. At the space level, roles are more focused on content creation and publishing, with the following built-in roles. Each role progressively adds more capabilities. The most restricted role: contributors cannot drag and drop to add, remove, or move blocks. They can only edit the options of blocks, such as the text and images, but not the layouts. An editor can create and edit pages using predefined components, templates, and symbols. Editors can edit content by adding or changing text, uploading assets, or adding and rearranging page contents, but do not have access to styling or code. The designer role opens up the Styles tab. Designers can save content as templates and symbols for other team members to use. Developers can create and edit content, designs, code, and models. Developers have access to design controls like designers and can use code within Builder's visual editor to connect to custom data sources or add custom interactive behavior. And admins have full control over the space, including models, content, and user management. Each role is designed with specific permissions that align with common team workflows, giving your team members exactly the access they need for their responsibilities. You may have noticed that you don't have space-level options when assigning users to a space from the organization view, nor org-level options when adding users directly to a space. Builder provides some sensible defaults. Standard users at the org level will be set with the designer role in the spaces they've been added to, while org admins will be set as space admins. Similarly, all users added directly to a space will get the standard organization role, unless they're set as admin. You can see more about the roles and responsibilities on our docs page at the following link. For our enterprise customers, Builder also offers an optional Custom Roles add-on that allows for defining granular permission control, including per locale access, which we'll briefly discuss later. Next, let's look at how to manage existing users in your Builder organization and spaces. For space users, open the Users tab on the Spaces settings. Find the user you want to modify, and change their role or remove them from the space from the modal. To edit or remove organization users, with the organization selected, navigate to Users in the Settings menu. Click the user's row that you want to modify. Use the drop-down to change their role or click here to remove them from your organization. Remember, removing a user from a space doesn't remove them from your organization. They'll still count towards your paid seats unless you also remove them at the organization level. Removing from the organization will remove that user from all spaces. Builder includes a handy feature for admins that allows you to temporarily view Builder as if you had a different role, perfect for testing and verifying permission setups, especially when used in conjunction with custom roles. To use a role switcher, open the command palette by pressing Command-K or Control-K. Search for Toggle Developer Options to open the Developer Options panel. Under the Admin Options section, select the role you'd like to test. The UI will update to reflect the permissions and interface for that role. This allows you to verify exactly what your team members will see and be able to do when using Builder. As you switch roles, the Builder UI changes to what a user assigned to that role would experience. For enterprise customers, Builder offers additional user management capabilities, which can be added to your contract. Custom roles allow you to create role definitions tailored to your specific workflow needs. Rather than using only the predefined roles, you can specify exactly which permissions each role should have at a granular level, including the model types or locales that user has access to. For example, you might create a marketing manager role that can publish content, but only for the landing page models. These custom roles are perfect for setting up content creation workflows with our content governance features. By setting up specific content rules, teams can ensure all published materials meet company standards. And with custom approval chains, you can require tiered reviews from multiple stakeholders, thus maintaining content quality and compliance through the publishing process. Lastly, single sign-on integration lets your team use their existing company credentials to access Builder, streamlining the login process and enhancing security through your existing identity provider. Builder supports most SSO providers, and we have specific setup instructions for popular identity platforms like Okta, Microsoft Entra, and Google Workspace. These advanced features help larger teams streamline their workflows and maintain security standards while using Builder. These features require coordination with your dedicated customer success manager to enable, so we'll explore these in depth in future videos. Effective user management is the foundation of a successful Builder implementation, especially as your team grows. By understanding the distinction between organization and space roles, and by assigning appropriate permissions to each team member, you can create a secure and efficient content creation environment. Take the time to map out your team's workflow needs before adding users, and consider starting with more restricted permissions that you can expand as users become more familiar with the platform. Thanks for watching this introduction to user management in Builder. In our next videos, we'll continue exploring Builder features to help you get the most out of your Builder implementation. Happy building!